Our last article appeared in the Wall Street Journal on October the 12th. The headline reads, "America is losing the Chinese shopper. China was once eager to spend on US brands, then citizens of the world's biggest country shifted their allegiances." Where to begin with this headline? Well, the article starts with an example of how American brands like Oreo can no longer compete with local Chinese brands such as Three Squirrels, even though Oreo has created special flavors for the China market like seaweed-flavored Oreos, Oreo wasabi, and Oreo spicy chicken wing. For years, the article says, American companies look to China as a land of new opportunity. Now a new reality is settling in. The Chinese consumer isn't about to save the day for Western brands. Well, there are two reasons for this, according to the journalist. One is that local Chinese brands are getting stronger. The other is that Chinese consumers are increasingly turning away from foreign brands because they have run afoul of Chinese politics. The article adds, many American companies miscalculated how difficult it would be to gain a permanent foothold in a country that has turned toward patriotism. Well, first of all, the argument itself is rather weak. Rest assured, American companies are alive and well in China. Even the article itself says many Western companies are still thriving in China. Nike, for example, recently reported a 22% jump in quarterly sales in China to nearly $1.7 billion and has seen double-digit growth in China every quarter for the last 5 years. Beauty and personal care brands have also gained market share. So when I hear figures like $1.7 billion in sales, it sure doesn't sound as if American companies are losing Chinese shoppers, but some are losing. And one such example, indeed, is China's smartphone business. As the article says, in 2011, the article says that 70% of smartphone sales in China were from 3 foreign brands, Nokia, Samsung, and Apple. But in the first half of 2019, the top 3, Huawei, Oppo, and Vivo, were all Chinese, with 70% of the market between them. So what are the reasons, let me ask? Is it because of patriotism? Or is it because of Chinese friends that are offering better quality for a lower price? Second, even if some American companies are losing a foothold in China, what's wrong with that? Is it so wild to think that maybe Chinese people genuinely prefer Chinese brands in some cases, and it's not just because of what the article trumps up to be a rise in Chinese patriotism? For the companies that actually are struggling here, a word to the wise, maybe it is time to examine your own product's appeal in China rather than blame what you call nationalism. Maybe the sound of seaweed-flavored Oreos just doesn't appeal to anyone, not even to Chinese consumers. In any case, don't worry, China is opening its door wider and wider to international companies, investment and imports, and the CIIE provides a new platform for doing business with China. But also beware, the flip side is that competition is getting fiercer in China, so all countries, including the US, will have to bring their best or create what they didn't have.